Rise and shine, guys. Nothing much last night. Went to sleep around 9 p.m. Woke up for about 2 hours. Just stayed in the car, slept in the car. Current time is 6:30 a.m. Man, it's been wet. So, it hasn't been raining here. It's sprinkling a little bit, but for the last few days and last few weeks, it's been raining a lot because there's way more water puddles on the trail. Now, this area that we're hunting, it's not mountain style. We're not gonna be here glassing all day. This is more of old logging road, so we're gonna be cruising. We're gonna try to find the moose. Hopefully, they're in the woods and on the trails, on these old trail systems. So that's the game plan today. 6:30. Light's not gonna be first light. It's not gonna be for the next 30 minutes. Sunrise is at 7:30. So I'm gonna give it about another 30 minutes so we can start seeing just a little bit, and then we'll start rolling out. But the game plan is just to roam all these trails, and hopefully by 10 or 11 a.m. if we don't see anything, then I'm gonna start hiking out to this one particular area, and I'm gonna start doing some calling. I want to do some calls, and I want to start doing some rake the bushes. We're gonna try to do that for at least 4 hours and see if anything comes in today. So that's the game plan. Just got done brushing my teeth, washing my face. We're not gonna eat anything. I ate 2 gas station pizza yesterday before I got here, and I totally forgot that my stomach doesn't like pizza. For some reason, I can't eat pizza no more. So from now on, don't offer me pizza because I think it's the cheese and the bread. It just makes my stomach act up. So no more pizza. So I'm gonna try to not eat till maybe 1 or 2 p.m. and try to flush out my system, and then we'll just go ahead and eat some dry food, some Mountain House that I packed here. So always watch out for what you're eating, guys. When you come out to do these kind of trips where you don't have a little nice restroom, just be cautious of what you eat. If your stomach don't like this particular type of food, just don't eat those stuff. So from now on, no pizza. Ramen noodle is not really good for me too. It's really bad for my digestive system. And then also absolutely no spicy, no pepper, nothing like that. So let's wait for some more light, and then let's roll out of here, guys. Super good night. Had a good night's sleep. And one last thing, it's not cold enough, guys. So when we were up in the mountains last week, it was cold. It was snowing a little bit, but from here, we're like around ground level elevation, sea level, and it is not cold. I can stick my hand outside, and it's totally warm for me. I was hoping it's be raining like this, wet like this, and I was hoping that in the morning it turns frosty, stinging cold, but it is not cold enough, guys. So we'll see what happens. We're in the middle of September right now. 7 a.m. Not fully bright yet. About another 15 more minutes. A.m. We can see into the woods now. You can see about good 50 yards in. I'm just gonna roam this mile road, see what happens. Current time is 8 a.m. No moose. I don't know, man. I think too much of the predator has got the moose population here. Very, very sad, man. Back then, 3-4 years ago, you at least see some cows and some calves, but nowadays, not a single moose. I was able to get 1 grouse, so there's 1 grouse right there. I saw 2, but I was only getting 1. This one was up in the tree, and then 1 ran into the woods, so couldn't track that fella. So we'll do a little bit of grouse hunting, moose, black bear, coyotes, and if we see the wolf, we're gonna take them down.
At this point, I'd rather see a black bear compared to a moose. Give me a black bear or a wolf and I'll take those down versus a legal bull moose. Well, I just shot my second grouse 50 yards into the woods, and it was about maybe 100 foot up, about 50 foot up in the trees. Beautiful grouse, second grouse. This little hen. You guys want to know what I shot it with? I didn't bring my 22 rifle because the scope is out of sight. Didn't want to adjust it, so I brought my 22 handgun. Shot it with this little baby. Took about 8 rounds because I'm still getting used to the sights, whether high or low. I think I was shooting high. But this is the 22. This is the GSC Germany, the Firefly. This is the Firefly 22. Super fun. I was shooting like, say, maybe at least 50 feet away, and it was about maybe 50 feet up in the sky. It took about 8 rounds, and then got on like the 7th round or something like that. But yeah, we're shooting grouse with the little Firefly today, and I only brought about maybe I probably brought 50 rounds only, so we're gonna have to conserve the ammo. So there they are, 2 grouse for the day. I don't want to get too many. I probably want to get maybe 5 only, just enough to eat. So we're not gonna try to shoot a lot of grouse. This is the first one. This one's way bigger. So that's a nice, beautiful. Current time is 11 a.m. These moose are playing hard to get, so we're gonna get in the woods and try to call them in. Not really rut season yet, you know, they're not really rutting up yet. But there's a nice spot over here that I like, and I know it's been successful for other hunters. So I'm gonna go there and try to do some calling. It was raining, and now the rain's slowing down, so it's time to make a move. Let's go get it. I got to a little nice area here. We're just gonna sit here for about 5-10 minutes, and then we'll start doing some cow calls and some thrashing. Show you guys a little secret, alright? This is the secret. Just take this right here. Like I said, it's a bit too early still, so I don't think these moose will respond to these calls and grunt. It's still too warm, guys. It's not freezing enough. It's very, very thick in this forest. Can barely see anything. I can see about maybe 100 yards out. That's about it, but there's lots of trees.
there's a little water lake. There's a little lake nearby. So I'm hoping that the bulls are just in this forest, hiding, eating, and usually they'll go to that lake and then come back in here. So that's my thought process, and hopefully we can call them in this way. Waiting for that airplane to pass by, and then I'll do my first call. So I'll give it about 5 more minutes. $11:06. When you make your first call, take like a 5-minute break, 10-minute break, 5 to 10-minute break, and then call again. Don't just call. It's not natural for the cows to do that, so gotta make sure you take some breaks. Don't call constantly. So 11:07, we'll wait till like 11:20, 11:18, and I'll call again. This wind is not really in our favor. This wind is like swirling everywhere. So if there's any bulls coming this way, they're gonna catch my scent. We're parked behind over here, about maybe 300 yards over here. Like I said, a little bit too early for the rut season, so if there's any bull moose, they probably think I'm a crazy lady. Crazy lady, go home, I'm not ready to rut yet. We'll do some raking as well, and hopefully that gets a bull trigger. No activities. Give it one more call. I think I'm gonna give it 30 more minutes. If we don't hear anything, we'll go ahead and start moving. No accident.
action, guys. Nothing so far. 11:41. It's afternoon right now. No action at the calling center. I'm gonna take this time to pluck my 2 grouse and gut them open so they don't start stinking later. Very easy to pluck them. 22 shot it right here. Hopefully didn't damage it too much. People are used to they're used to using hot water to pluck it like chicken, but with the grouse you can just pluck it by hand because they come out really easy. Just be very careful. Don't rip their skin. Usually they're best to be plucked like right after you shot them. Yeah, broke the wings right here. This will be some good eating. My wife will enjoy this. My wife loves grouse. Some people, when they hunt for grouse, they just take the chest. But that's a lot of waste because we like to eat everything. And usually when you pluck the grouse, the way the feathers this way, you want to pull it that way instead of pulling the other way. If you pull it the other way like this, there's a chance of you ripping the skin out, which happens once in a while, but just be very careful doing it. I usually like doing it this way, but I always end up ripping the skin. So now I'm trying to learn how to do it this way, the way that the feather's going. I already ripped a little bit of the skin on the leg right here, so it's all good. They got lots of feathers, so that's how they stay so warm in the wintertime. I did saw one more bird earlier, but I wasn't able to get a shot on it, so that one went bye-bye. Yeah, the 22 did a lot of damage right here, right on the upper, behind the wings. But still a lot of good meat, no damage, not too crazy. I think I saw about 4 grouse today. I was able to get 2 of them, and then the other 2, they escape. They're very good at camouflage, so once they fly into the trees and they're into the woods, if you don't have a good eye, most likely you'll just lose them because they're really good at camouflaging. They blend right into the woods, the spruce trees. Some people cut the wings off and throw them away, but we like to eat everything, so we try to salvage as much as possible. These grouse are probably from this year's hatch, so they're still nice and young, babies, teenagers, pretty much baby chicks. These are probably no more than 6-7 months old only. I saw one big rooster, one big daddy, but he got away too. I was focusing on this other one here, and I was gonna get the rooster afterwards, but then by the time I got to him, he's already gone, so it's all good. He was all ready to mate and super grouchy. I like to pluck them first and then I'll gut them just so that it doesn't get dirty. So let me show you guys how I gut them. Super simple, nothing crazy. You just cut them right here and then just pull out all the guts. If you don't do that, later on the meat's gonna smell like spruce tree because that's what they eat. All they eat is just spruce. Sometimes they'll eat berries and such, but most of the time it's all spruce, and you'll just get that nasty spruce smell. The pine tree, the pine spruce. Alright, so that's good enough. I'll go over all the little feathers later on, but just to save you guys time, let me show you guys how I gut them up so you guys can see it. And again, you want to gut them up. You don't want to let it be ungutted for at least more than 2-3 hours. If you're not gonna go home for a bit, gut them up. It'll just make your meat much better. The legs, we usually don't eat the legs right here, so usually I'll just chop that off in a bit. But we do eat the little bone right here, this piece, but not the feet. We don't eat the feet. So that's what it looks like. A little bird. 22 right here. Grouse, about the size of a little small chicken. Good for soup, good for eating, and some of the best fowl meat, poultry meat. Tastes better than chicken actually. Okay, so let me get my knife and I'll cut this open for y'all. So to gut them up, this is the behind, right between the legs, right where the butt is. You can just do a little cut like that, and then right away you can see all the guts and intestines, and you just want to pull it out. So all this guts here, you don't want to, you can smell the sourness. This is what it smells like, the poop and sourness. So pull all this out, show you guys. If you're camping, like if you're doing this at your campsite, you might want to throw the guts far away, just because it's gonna attract some flies. But right now it's cold enough, so it doesn't. We don't have any flies right now. But if you're doing this like in a hotter time, you definitely want to pull them out. So that's it right there. That's all the guts. You still have the stomach, not the stomach, whatever this thing's called. You still have this piece here where all the rocks and the gizzard is what it's called. So I like to keep the gizzard in there because with the gizzard we do eat the gizzard. But all those little guts that you guys just saw, that's where all the poop is. So you want to take all that out. So we have just the body now and the gizzard. Keep the gizzard in there. I like to have the gizzard. There's also the their food pouch right here. And if you want, you can probably remove this too. Right here, it's already cut up already. It's right there, so you can probably remove this too. This one's pretty empty, so this one looked like it hasn't ate much today or the last few days. So, but we can throw that away. Don't need that. And if you don't eat the head, you can cut the head off anyways. I think I might cut off the head and just keep the neck, from the neck down. But that's pretty much it, guys. It's pretty simple. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other one, and then we'll continue with our moose hunt. Alright guys, so that's what we have. The feet are cut off. Chop the head off, we don't need that. And pluck as much as possible. The gizzard came out, so we'll just go ahead and put the gizzard separately. But that's pretty much it right there. That's a little nice grouse. Very delicious, good eating. Call it Alaskan chicken. Well guys, it's truly a sad time, man. This place here used to always have moose, at least cows and calves, and this whole year, this is my third time being at this place here. This whole year I have not seen a single moose in this area. Every time I came out here this summer, little to zero hope now. At this point here, I'm not even gonna care about moose hunting. I'm just hoping we see like a coyote, black bear, or some kind of predator so I can take them out. I was gonna stay here for 3 more days, 4-day trip, but I think tomorrow might be my last day, just a 2-day trip. Just because, like I said, I haven't seen any cows, any moose at all, and usually that's a strong sign that there isn't any more moose around this area. Like I said, they've been wiped out by the heavy, the pressure hunting. They've been wiped out by the heavy snowfall last winter, this winter, and also predators. Too much predators apparently.